Do you still keep in touch, by the way, with people from Nightmare on Elm Street or any of the movies that you worked on?
Well, yeah, Amanda Wiss is really one of my best friends. And she and I, in fact, we're going to have lunch next week. So we keep really close contact. And then Robert Englund, of course, I see him a lot at shows.
I did a movie with him. Yeah, he's great.
So he's, it makes me sad to see all of us getting so much older because in my mind, I don't feel like I'm getting older. But when we're all together, we really like talk about it a lot. Like, can you believe 40 years has gone by? It's like so much time. But so Robert I consider him a dear friend, and his wife, Nancy, ironically, Nancy. And then I see Jesus Garcia once in a while, but when we see like Ira Hayden from Nightmare 3, like we are in touch a lot.
Right.
So Tuesday night, I mean, she's a good friend. So Lisa Wilcox is a good friend. This group of Nightmare actors, we've been lucky that we've been thrown together a lot going around the country to these conventions.
Yeah.
And so our friendships have really blossomed, like Toy Newkirk. I mean, all these people I feel like are, important friends, and I could call them for anything.
Everybody's always said, like, I asked around, of course, and they all said, she's so nice. She's such a good person. Heather. Honestly,
I feel like, is that a curse?
Well, no, it's nice to be around people that are like good. Like you hear a lot of asshole stories. By the way, was Johnny Depp a nice guy back then?
Such a nice guy.
He was.
I'm sure he's a nice guy now,
too. Did you think he was
too.
going to be a big movie star? Honestly, no way.
I didn't. I mean, because I could not tell if he liked acting or not, because he seemed kind of tortured by it.
Really?
The pressure of, I know that he really worked hard to be, Glenn, and he worked very hard on his part. And so I couldn't tell if he was enjoying himself, frankly. I mean, because he was always so very dedicated and serious, and, but, we all joked around and cracked smiles and stuff, but he was a musician. He was a guitar player. I knew he was in a band. I thought, oh, he's just going to go back to that. Because to sit, in a band behind a guitar and play music is, to me, seems so thrilling and like such a great thing to do, to be able to play an instrument like that. I thought, oh, he'll give this up. This won't keep him satisfied or fulfilled. If you're a great musician, you're not going to turn it all in for acting,
Yeah. Were you attracted to him? Were you like, ooh, he's cute?
He was really cute. He was married when he did Nightmare on Elm Street. Yeah, he was married.
How old was he?
He was like 19. He had a wife.
Oh my gosh.
And I had a really serious boyfriend, but I mean, he was gorgeous. He was gorgeous. Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, gorgeous. Yeah.
Wasn't a bad angle. There weren't.
Not a bad angle. And yet he just didn't have that ego at all. So he didn't draw your attention to himself that way. Whereas, I had seen other actors, like I'd been around Matt Dillon, and I'd been around, some of those Brat Pack guys, and they all had this bravado. Look at me, I'm so hot. They had that confidence because they'd all become incredibly successful by then. And Johnny didn't have that. He was still like kind of finding his place and, unsure of himself. So to me, that was way more attractive, of course, because he didn't have that crazy ego that I think Hollywood made some pretty strong egomaniacs back then, too.
I would say so.